Hello, everybody. My name is Baldwin Burgess of Silk Invest, and I am here today with my colleague Adele Gikonyo. How are you, Adele?
Hi, Baldwin. I'm very fine, thank you.
Great. Adele sits in our Nairobi office. Adele is from Kenya, and she is our sub-Saharan expert looking after our investments in sub-Saharan Africa together with Funmi Akiluyi. We have a local presence at Silk Invest, and Kenya is increasingly one of the key economies for us that we invest in Africa. So, Adel, tell us what do you find interesting these days about Kenya?
I think what's interesting is the evolution of our political process. Everybody can remember what happened in 2007 when we had the flawed elections. So since then, we have had several reforms that have been instituted that are going to address the issues that led to what happened then. Firstly, we have a new constitution that was passed in August 2010. So this new constitution is going to decentralize power away from the president. And power now is devolved to 47 counties that have been created. And each of these counties is going to have their own budget and will elect their own governor, senator, as well as local assembly. So we're going to see a more even development in Kenya and not just development concentrated in the capital city. Also, we've created new voting rules that are going to require that the president win more than 51% or more of the votes. And he also has to gain wider geographical support. Um, we also have a new, fresh electoral commission and a reformed judiciary. So this should help curtail risk of violence. And both the Electoral Commission and Judiciary are enjoying very broad public confidence. The appointments are taking place very differently. The vetting process is transparent, and a lot of the times we see this on TV. So this is very different from what used to happen in the past, where it was just very private presidential appointments. So we're very optimistic about the progress that the country is making.
The progress is indeed very fast. It almost sounds like the Cantonal Swiss the system that they would have in Switzerland. So I guess there is some merit. It actually might be a system that works. But yeah, decentralization, I guess, is kind of the formula that seems to be working in many places around the world. And and so, what has the market been doing ahead of these elections? Has it been positioning itself? Because it's obvious that the market has gone up considerably lately. What's your perspective on that?
Yes, the market has gone up considerably. I think investors are signaling that they're not very concerned about the elections and they're viewing the transition as very positive. We've seen a lot of foreign interest in Kenyan markets. The companies have been posting very strong results. We are seeing interest rates going down, and this has also attracted the local investors to get out of to rebalance and move from fixed income into equity. So this has really boosted the equity markets. And also, if investors wait until after the elections, it might be a bit late. So investors are positioning themselves now.
Interesting. Okay. So now, Kenya is, together with other African economies and markets, have gradually been integrating themselves in the global capital markets under the tag of frontier markets. And I think as these markets integrate and become more known to investors, they all sort of get a label. And I think the label that is getting these days for foreign investors is that of being a technological hub. What do you think of that? Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would agree with that. The government is trying to diversify the economy and stress more on the services. So one of the key flagship projects of Vision 2030 is to position the country as a hub for IT. So we've just broken ground on a very ambitious project called Konza City, which is about 5,000 acres, which is going to be designated as a kind of a Silicon Valley, and the government is already seeing a lot of interest from foreign investors into this project.
Yeah, that is really interesting. If they're actually going to formalize this, 'cause I remember 3 or 4 years ago, that's when the first fiber optic cable was laid. And look at how a country can evolve to being the technological hub of a continent in just half a decade. It's really quite amazing. As many things, it's also the place where people pay with their telephones. And when I saw it for the first time, I found that amazing. Adele, thank you very much. This was very interesting. Wishing you a great day, and let's speak to you again soon.
Okay, thank you, Baldwin.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.